appreciate about Jim is his unswerving commitment to give back to life through the creation of beauty. The work of his hands and his humble heart richly exemplify the spirit and vision of Mingei.
Tonight's a special night, and we have the pleasure of acknowledging a magician. All of us who know Jim, I think that's all of us here tonight, know that this is the best way to describe James Hubbell. He makes magical things happen. And like magic, his art is sometimes hard to explain. Surely we have little trouble understanding his magnificent flowering watercolors, or his stained glass, or his carved wood, or his bronzes, or his sketches and poetry, or his architecture. But there are so many mediums he works in, aren't there? But trying to describe Jim's work in conventional terms simply does not work. Jim is like a whimsical chameleon, a master of communications through art. Jim's is a creative world where peace and friendship, social interaction, and the need for beautiful things in our midst all intersect. He is the very rare individual who can bring substance to his dreams, and Jim's dreams are like no one else's. There are no rules of architecture for a castle in the clouds.
You don't have a life, you are life. And I think in the same way, we are nature. We have just mostly forgotten it. And maybe as a species, we are starting to come full circle and remember that. Maybe James's life's work is part of completing that circle, as every giver in this room is part of completing that circle. When you look at the elements of James's work, randomness, order, relationship, beauty, aliveness, you know, that's not a coincidence. It's the stuff of nature.
What is amazing is that Jim has been able to take his personal ideas about beauty and humanity and transfer those personal ideas to work effectively on a grand regional scale of the Pacific. It's a testament to both his conviction of his ideas and the strength of his message. But what's exciting is to see what Jim does next, and to trust that these projects lead to other interesting projects, expressions of art and beauty that will continue to inspire all of us in making a more humane and peaceful and beautiful future. Thanks, Jim, for all you do.
I think the biggest thing I have to say is that I didn't do it alone. I could go through and probably point out half of the audience that have, in one way or another, has been part of the different things we've done. And I think that what Michael said is true, that we're all part of nature and we're all part of each other. I think what I learned from working in these different countries like China and Russia, that part of me is Chinese and part of me is Russian and part of me is Mexican. And there's really nothing that we're not connected to. The problem is I like to make things. I mean, it's true, it's an addiction, but I really couldn't have done this without anybody. I think San Diego is beginning to notice that it's an important place, and I think that it's beginning to notice that it has craftsmen and other people that are really outstanding here, and that if what's happening here represents the beginning of taking ourselves seriously as one of the most exciting places in the country to live, then I'm grateful.